Good morning, Grand Rising. Everybody get in here. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, you guys. Thumbs up. Wow, 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 wow. Y'all, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I'm not going to be doing too much commentary. I'm just going to let the live streams kind of speak for themselves, and we'll come back in a separate live stream and get into the commentary aspect because, wow, there is a lot going on, you guys. So please thumbs up, 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 up. We have breaking. Stephen Twitches, Boss's stepdaughter, Wesley, has took the IG to do an entire live stream responding to all of the backlash that her and her mother are getting around this memoir and the recent revelations about Stephen and his childhood and possible addiction. There is a lot going on there's a lot going on, you guys. So please thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe. You guys know that thumbing up not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you are thumbing up the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another Conscious Crew member. All right. So please thumbs up, whether you are a Bush baby, whether you're actively in these YouTube streets, or rather you are a part of the replay gang. We need all the thumbs up. All right, make sure that you guys keep your notification bell set to all, because the way that we're gonna be breaking stories, the way that we're gonna be keeping up with the tea, the way that we're gonna be getting into the things, you don't want to miss nothing, baby. So make sure that you have your notification bell set to all. Also, shout out to all of the new subbies. And last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, whether that's your YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your Facebook, your MySpace, the dark side, the Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you lay the link. Just let them whores know that we're loud, we're live, and we are certainly in color. With no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, you guys, Grand Rising. I'm not going to do a lot of commentating in this live stream. Shout out to my baby mother, Voice of Reason, for the old Nancy piece Cash App. Thank you, babes. Grand Rising, everybody. We got breaking news. You guys know that Stephen Twitch Boss's widow, Allison Holker, recently did a People magazine interview basically promoting her coming memoir next month, which is going to chronicle her life and, of course, aspects of her life with Stephen, his death. There's going to be some revelations in that memoir about Stephen, such as some of his journal entries around being molested when he was a child at the hands of a male figure. Also, she stated that she found a Nike box full of drug paraphernalia, which could imply that he either sold or used, etc. And the family of Stephen has taken to social media, and they are swinging and banging on Allison, baby. Everybody from the mama, the friends, the brother, the best friends, all them stepped out and stepped up. It has caused a firestorm of media across the board. The accusations are insane. People are accusing Allison of preying and exploiting Stephen, that it was her alleged GUN that he used to claim his own life, that she is actually the addict. You guys know yesterday we did a 11-hour live stream that ended up being a epic discussion about just real life and these issues around Black men and silence, around childhood trauma. It was just insane. You guys also know we discussed some of the receipts that came out on Allison Holker as well. She was arrested at an airport. She had an incident at a friend's wedding where she destroyed some property while intoxicated. She done beat the hell out of police officers. She has had these public bouts of intoxication and have had to pay fines and given citations regarding her alleged alcoholism. So there's a lot of things that are transpiring. We have a lot of receipts to get into even after this live stream. But today, right now, what I want to show you guys, I'm going to allow Steven's stepdaughter, Wesley Renee, who is Allison's daughter from a previous relationship. The daughter is going to respond to all of the controversy taking place. There are some things being said in this live stream that Wesley did on Instagram that I find to be very explosive and very telling. So we're going to come back and talk about it in a separate live stream. Also, Steven's best friend slash brother, Manny Cross, also took to Instagram last night to respond to some of the things going on. He also ironically wanted everyone to leave Wesley out of this, even though she's speaking out. So he's still being rather protective of her, regardless of what she's saying. So it's a lot going on. So we want to play both of those live streams, girl. Right now, you guys are about to listen to Wesley Renee, Steven Twitch Boss's stepdaughter, who's responding to everything from addict or addiction to drugs, responding to the black side of her siblings' family, which are her step family, and all the death threats that they've been getting, etc. Please thumbs up, 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 up. Hello, Grand Rising to everybody in the chat. I'm going to let the beautiful being footage speak for itself. We'll come back separately and give a whole commentary on all of this, you guys. All right, thumbs up, thumbs up. And moderators, I'm going to need y'all to definitely encourage everybody to thumbs up and to subscribe along the way of all of this. Thank you guys so much.
Like while I start? Okay. I've never gone live on this account, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Basically, I don't know like how many people are gonna join, but I was gonna talk about things and like I'll get the backlash for it, but I just feel like things needs to be addressed, and I'd rather it come from me to defend my family than like anybody else, just because I feel like it's important. But like my stepdad's been gone for 2 years and I'm still getting hate comments and a lot of articles are coming out, and I just don't like, it's just complicated and for no reason, because this is like not just a social media gig, like this is literally my life. And I don't know, I'm so sick of getting hate comments and like seeing my mom get hate for literally losing the person that she loves. And like I have siblings, like this is their dad, this is who they're gonna grow up, and like they're gonna see all this on social media. That's so hurtful. So I just felt like I'll take it upon myself to like clear things up, because that's just how I am. Like I would rather things be handled than for it to just like leave the internet in a spiral. Like it's so annoying to me. But basically, I get that my relationship with Steven seems complicated, but this man raised me my entire life, like my entire life since I was born. And through that, like I have a biological dad. I have a relationship with him, but Steven was my person. Steven was the person that like raised me. And when I address him as Steven, I know that like y'all know him as Twitch, but like that was my dad. Like I'm not gonna address him by his stage name. But he literally raised me. And I don't like, it's hurtful to see people like not diminish who he was, but like there's so many new stories, and it's like through all the family stuff and just like it's just so much more complicated, and I don't even know how to explain it well, and I hope that I'm like gonna address everything perfectly, but it's like this is my dad. This is not like a joke to me. And like for 13 years my parents were together, and for 13 years he was the person I would go to about everything. Like he was the person I would cry to. He's the person like he'd wake me up every morning, we'd get breakfast. He's the person that I would see when he came home from work. We lived in the same four walls, like, and now I'm getting hate for him leaving, and I don't get it. Like it's hurtful. And I guess I'm like trying to describe a relationship, because I see people saying that like it's not my place because I'm not his biological daughter, but like he never made me feel like anything besides his daughter. And I mean, that I just think it speaks for who he was, and nobody's sitting up here trying to bash him. Like, he was a good person. And also, recently I've been getting a lot of comments about how I changed my Instagram username, and I never had access to my social media. He was a pretty strict parent, but like a couple months before like I started getting access to it, but I was never adopted. I never had the last name Boss, and I know my siblings do, but I don't. And my last name, my legal last name, isn't even what I like is my handle. It's just my middle name because I don't go by Boss or my last name. So, and I never have, but that was just like, we were addressed as the Boss family. Like, that's what it was. And that, like, I had that Instagram handle since I was a child, like a toddler, and that's just not me. And so, yeah, I can get the hate for changing it, but like, for instance, like my mom never had hers as Boss. My mom's always been addressed as Allison Holker. Besides when they were like together, it'd be like the Mr. and Mrs. Boss. But they had completely separate like careers, and they were addressed completely like separately. But yeah, when we were all together, like I had siblings, we were the Boss family. Like that's the name that my siblings are gonna have, and that's what they're gonna carry on. But even Steven's family, like his parents, they don't have the last name Boss. But basically, I don't know. I'm trying to like get all my ideas together about what's like appropriate to say and like what's not going to get me in trouble, because you know, like I'm just trying to address things, but like I'm still trying to be respectful to everybody. And I'm just so over, like, for instance, his family. Like everyone's headlining right now. Like, and these are big players into my life. This is big players into my siblings' life, but in my mom's life. And literally, like, these are all people that I've grown up with. And to see them now act different for social media, it's like, I don't know. And I'm trying to be respectful, but I just think it's complicated because I speak to Steven's moms. Like, my mom and her were speaking weekly at some point, and I don't know if it's still like that. Like, me and my mom haven't talked about it, but since Steven died, I feel like I've seen his family more than when he was alive. We would only see them once or twice a year, but you guys have to understand that it's because they live in another state. Like, and things happen. Like, we literally live in another state, and it's not like we're neighbors. It's not like we could just see them whenever we wanted. And now, like, my mom's constantly making the effort so that the kids are a part of, or not the kids are a part of their, wait, I was about to mess up my words. So the kids are a part of their lives. And my mom's the one making that effort. I don't make the effort, but that's just how I am. I feel disrespected by them, so I'm not going to talk to them. There were points where, like, the brothers would reach out to me, like my uncles and Connie, they'd be texting me, but I don't talk to them anymore. I feel completely disrespected. They've gone on social media saying that blood's thicker than whatever, and that's a direct dig at me and my mom. And if you don't see me as Steven's daughter, that's cool. That's, like, take it how you want. That I know for a fact that's never how he saw it, and it's literally just hurtful. I've seen Connie, like, I saw Connie for like a birthday lunch, and Karen's seen my siblings a couple times. We've gone brunch with him, and he plays video games with my brother. I know that. I hear them sometimes. But then D, the other brother, they've gone ice cream together. But once again, these are things like that I've slowly started to remove myself from because they don't make me feel comfortable. And my mom's the one making the effort and feeling like it's a need and a necessity to see them because she cares. That's like, I don't know. Everyone's pushing for this narrative that my mom's not trying, or this, like, the kids are being withheld from Steven's family. No, no. I've literally seen them more than when Steven was alive. But when I did see them, when Steven was around, like, it was cool. We were a family, like, but it was like we lived in different states. We saw each other for big events. Like, birthdays and family reunions, gatherings, like stuff like that. And it was, but like now looking back on it, like it just seems like, I don't know, everyone's making things such a bigger deal than it actually is. And I just don't like that the narrative is that my mom's a bad person for things that she's actively trying on, but yet they refuse to speak about it. So what's the point in that? Because I know that they don't see me, but that's my choice. My mom's literally pushing for the kids to be able to see them whenever they can, but you guys lie about it. So like I don't get it. Also with another thing, just going back, I've gotten a lot of hate comments because this is me, just a personal thing, but like I don't have a perm. I just like I'm sick and tired. Like I literally, guys, I'm gonna take it as a compliment, but I don't. That's all. But because also, mom, you can get mad at me, but I need everybody to go and look up when she was on Dancing with the Stars, or not Dancing with the Stars, So You Think You Can Dance, and she had curly hair. Now this girl, she gets Brazilian blowouts, so her hair's straight. Because also you have to understand, we were born in Utah. Like they don't know how to take care of curly hair there, right? So over COVID, when I got all my hair cut off, then it started being healthier because it was fried. But I don't want those hate comments. I'm sorry. Like, dog somebody else for it. But please, I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired. That, I think that's what most of my comments are, actually. But I'm sick of it. That's it. I'm sick and tired. But I don't know. Like, what else is there to speak about? I'm thinking. Because with the influx of comments that I'm getting, y'all make me mad. Y'all make me so mad. What else? I can talk about the NDAs because that's a big, y'all love to argue over that. Y'all love to argue about the NDAs. Basically, not backstory because like that's what the whole story is, but in one day we had an open casket like viewing for Steven. We had a funeral and then we had a wake. And my mom asked for NDAs to be signed when we were seeing Steven's body, because God forbid somebody that went to that took a photo of Steven and put it on the internet, or, you know, shared it with somebody else. That's the type of things that NDAs are for. It's not so you can never talk about Steven. You can't ever talk about, you know, you grieving him. You can't post about it. That's not what it is. And for all the people saying it, I just feel like you're uneducated. I'm sorry, but like truly, I'm fed up because NDAs are so important. And if you guys don't agree, that's cool. I'm grateful for my mom making sure that everybody signed NDAs and she put up that rule. But also, regardless, some people didn't even sign the NDAs. And my mom was lenient because she understands at the end of the day, like, this is family. So y'all want to disrespect her. And she's still nice. She's still kind. She's still forgiving. But you have to know, like, even when Steven was alive, people that attended our events, they would have to sign NDAs. But now, just because it's my mom handing the paper, y'all, like, it's different, you know? And it's just annoying. It's just annoying. Like, for that whole day was supposed to be beautiful. And instead, it was less than that. Like, we were going to say our goodbyes, and instead, people were yelling at each other and bashing my mom. And, like, that's a day that's taken away from her, and she can't remember it as being the day that we all wanted it to be because his family was making it otherwise. And, like, when I say that this day, like, it's imprinted onto my brain, like, one, because I had to say goodbye to the person that I loved and valued, but then on top of that, I'm having to deal with seeing my mom go through so much. Like, it's a different type of hurt because these are people that we're supposed to love and value, and yet they're constantly doing things that make me see them as, like, less. Like, they're the ones impacting that image. But they're also the ones taking onto social media. So I just don't get it, because my mom's been respectful. My mom's kept her P's and Q's, and I'm just not. this is like built up of 2 years worth of stuff. And like, oh my gosh, literally, oh my gosh. I just can't. But with that whole NDA stuff, y'all can see it however you want to, but I just think it's beyond unnecessary because an NDA is required. It's a necessity. And it's important because it's just a day like that is so vulnerable. It's so sentimental. And if you guys can't put yourself in the shoes to be somebody that's responsible for not making sure that something like a photo of Steven or those emotional conversations don't get leaked, you just have to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Like, I just think that's important. And because this is all through a screen, like, I just feel like people aren't doing that. And, you know, it's beyond me. But who knows? I've also got comments because, how do I explain this? Connie and my mom, very cordial. I don't know. I get that she's always gonna side with her sons and stuff, but she's very nice to my mom. My mom is very nice to her. Like I said, they were talking weekly. My mom sends photos of the kids and what we're doing, and I mean, like, it's just so like confusing because she just like doesn't say when things are lies that are on her page, you know, and instead she'll like be hearting things or stuff like that, which is like, okay. But like a big thing is like people claiming, or I don't know where it started, but I'm constantly getting comments being like, your mom didn't let Connie see the body for 3 weeks and something like that. But it's like everybody who wanted to see the body had access to that information. My mom didn't want to. My mom, she stayed out of that. My mom didn't want anything to do because that's a traumatizing thing. And so somebody else had that information to go and see Steven's body from after he died until he was like, you know, like they fixed up how he looked and stuff. But until that point, I remember like conversations being had of like Connie asking about it, but then everybody, literally everybody, being like advising against it because that's your son, you might not want to go see him. But with that all being said, she could have completely on her own terms gone and seen him. My mom wasn't withholding information. That's like, but she's not going to speak out against it. So I don't know. Also, going back to everybody that's like trying to get a headline right now, I guess it's hurtful because y'all were considered Steven's friends, and I'm not trying to be too direct because it's literally a whole conglomerate of people, but I mean, all the posts and stuff and all the like the long captions and whatever, like as his kid, I'm seeing this, like y'all are throwing direct blows at my mom and trying to make it seem like their relationship was something that it's not. But at the same time, like, you can call yourself Steven's friend, I guess. But if you knew Steven and my mom's relationship, like, you think that would be okay with him? I don't know. Like, I don't know. A lot of these people are on their high horse, and I genuinely, like, oh my gosh. Literally, like, this is what you guys don't understand, is my mom is so nice when it comes to the social media stuff. Me personally, I'm on a live. I'm talking about it. Like, I'm so annoyed. And like, you guys can call yourself Steven's friends or say that you were in his life to whatever degree. Me and my mom, like we lived with him. We saw him every day. And a lot of these people speaking out now weren't even around. Barely. I don't even really remember you. I can't put a name to a face, but I know your name. Like, that's the type of separation we had. Like, that's how not around you were. And I don't know. It's just so, like all these people for what? But it's just, I don't know. Because also, at one point in my life, a lot of these people speaking out, I'd be like, oh, like, that's my uncle, that's my aunt. Now, I don't care. Like, you're weird. Like, I don't speak to any of them anymore. And it's just disappointing, honestly, because for them to be like, oh, one, my mom gets called a murderer. They say that she's money hungry. They say that she needs more fame. My mom doesn't, like, that's not how my mom is. But I trust me when I say my mom is good. Like, she doesn't need that. And it's just disappointing because the people that Steven was truly closest to, the people he held in regards to being his best friends, we talk to every week. The holidays just happened. I've seen all the people that I care about and need to see. So if you weren't seen, it's probably because you're, like, in some ways, like, you don't deserve to have us around. And my mom's made her efforts. She's tried for as long as she could. But this is the kind of turning point where it's like, this stops. Like, it's beyond just, like, trying to maintain a relationship now. It's like, y'all burn bridges. And, ugh. Literally, it's okay. What else? I think right now, everyone's bashing my mom for, also, my mom never said that Steven was an addict. Let me say that. Never said that he was an addict. But if y'all want to take a headline for a news article and turn that into being the thing that you're paying attention to most, that's literally on you, right? But in our house, how he ran things, like, I'm his kid. He was trying to, like, teach me and educate, like, obviously, like, be that fatherly role, right? So he'd be open and vulnerable about him smoking weed. Also, my mom's not calling him a terrible person for smoking weed. Like, guys, let's get it together. But when you have 2 years after somebody committed suicide to sit here and question every interaction you had, every single thing they did, obviously my mom's like, maybe I should have paid more attention to him smoking a lot of weed. Maybe that was a sign. That's not my mom saying that he's a terrible person. And if people if they're going to stop being fans of him over my mom saying that he smoked weed, you aren't a fan. Like, that's all. My mom, like, she's not like, oh my gosh, he's awful, he smoked weed. That's not the narrative. That's not what my mom said. And I don't know. Guys, like, oh my gosh. Like, these were open conversations, but, like, Steven was so ashamed about how much he smoked weed, where he would go and, like, smoke weed behind our pool house. Like, but he would talk about it. So it wasn't something that was, like, a red flag at that time. And even, like, him going on an ayahuasca, is that how you say it? Ayahuasca? I don't know. But I know that it was a big deal to him because it brought up a lot for him. And I think also another thing that's a big part of Steven's story, and I don't even know if my mom touches on it in her book. Like, I briefly talked to my mom about the book, but I don't know everything, and I haven't read it yet. But a big part of Steven's story that a lot of people don't know is Steven's stepdad committed suicide. And that's something that stayed with him his entire life. He would talk about how much it impacted him. And I think it was hurtful when he left because now I'm in the same position that he was in. And my mom and Connie alike, they're widows from suicide. And I just think a little bit of love and grace goes a long way. I know my mom says it, but, like, that's a big thing. And that's, like, a childhood trauma that, take it from me, like, the person that's in the same situation that Steven was in, it's a big deal. And I have so much empathy for him because of it. but like I'm realizing how much he went through and how much like it's important to reach out and get your resources and go to therapy. And for years Steven was doing that, and I don't know really like how healed he was in his own journey, but like that's a big deal. And like I don't know, suicide's a whole it's unfortunate, like it sucks. But I mean, also I just feel like all of this drama is unnecessary because frankly at the end of the day, regardless of what's tit for tat back and forth, we're never going to get Steven back. He made a choice, and that's really unfortunate. And like, I'm going to think about it for the rest of my life, but he committed suicide. And that's something we're never going to be able to bring him back. And to just not, for people to be so disrespectful after his passing, it's like, how do you maintain like the balance of loving somebody and then also like trying to move forward and like be peaceful? Like it's like how you guys see everything isn't what it actually is. And while I'm talking about people, actually, there's this one person I really don't like, and his name's Nelson Diaz. But I just want to let everybody know the type of people that are on Steven's family side. Like Nelson, I know you were getting sued for you were getting sued. It was a lawsuit by Steven. Like Nelson used to be Steven's and my mom's manager. And like literally the lawsuit never ended. You are getting sued. And yet you have such a big mouth on social media, and you're getting out of your lane. Like you are. And a lot of people are. And to be a kid that's such an observer, who was always around, who literally like, I looked up to Steven. I was his like little sidekick. I listen to everything. I pay attention to everything. And I get that I'm just a kid. Y'all can take that and call me childish or immature in whatever degree you want. But I'm also just like, I've always been around. I pay attention to everything. I have my own opinions about everything. Literally none of this is navigated by my mom. I've always been raised to be like independent. And so when I'm saying that I don't like somebody, I'm saying that I actually don't like you because of the things that you've done to me. So take that as you want. But I don't know. I've lost a lot of respect for people. And I think that, I don't know. I try to be peaceful, but I know at the end of the day I'm not. But what else is there? Like, I feel like there's there's a lot of things that get talked about mostly because I'm not trying to start any fires. I'm not trying to put out more information that there needs to be. But for simply the stuff that keeps going in circles and people keep arguing about and that are literally headlines right now, like, y'all don't know what you're talking about. You really don't. And I don't know. It's unfortunate. Like, literally, on top of losing the person I valued most in my life, I have to sit back and for the rest of my life be known to, how do I explain this? Like, I'm not trying to, like, I'm not a person to sit up here and cry. I'm not one to be here and get emotional. But, like, y'all could not just leave somebody passing away and leave the family alone. Like, oh my gosh, you guys just have to add to it. For what? Like, I don't know. And it's disappointing because, like, if all of you say that you held Steven in such a high regard, like, this is not the type of family dynamic we had. And whatever y'all want to push on social media, like, I'm going to grow up saying it. Like, my siblings are going to grow up saying it. And also, they're going to have to form their own their own opinion of who their dad was. And we only speak about him in such a beautiful light. I loved him. I have nothing negative to say about him besides I think that he made a unfortunate decision. And like, it's unexplainable, like, but I wouldn't want to do that to my siblings. I wouldn't want to let people sit up here and talk about them or talk about their dad, because, bruh, I'm not about to sit here and cry, but don't even play. Because if I cry, I'm going to be so disappointed in myself. But here's the thing. My siblings, they're strong kids. And my mom's raising them to be so strong. Like, I'm already my own person, but I've been this way. They're growing up with one parent. And to see that one parent get torn down, it's crazy. I don't get it because my mom is all we have. We have other family, we have other people we can go to, but through this, my mom's been our rock. So just know that that's the type of person you're turning down, who's been peaceful, who's kept things off of social media. And I don't know. I'm a very protective person at heart. Like, the people I hold close to me, like you're close to me. My siblings, like, that's not a joke. And my brother's getting to the age where he's able to realize things. He's a smart kid. Like, he's going to end up making these choices for himself. And I just don't want, like, social media battles to infringe on how they see their dad or how they see their mom. Because, like, I get that I'm not being attacked at the situation, like I'm the kid, whatever, but like, they need their mom, and they already lost one parent. Like, they can't lose another one. And I'm not gonna cry, like, I'm not, but my mom's tried her best, and if y'all don't get that, that's on you, because she's made all the effort she could to make sure that Stephen was held in a high regard, and articles are coming out now. She has a book coming out, but that's not to ever bash who Stephen was. It's literally my mom telling her story, and her story is also still going to continue. Like, nobody's going to stop that, and it's for the sake of, like, also, here's the thing that you guys don't understand. For 2 years, Mama was getting bashed because she's not sitting up here and crying. Like, we don't think that she loves Stephen. She's evil. Like, that's the type of things that you guys are saying. And now that she's opening up more and still being very cautious of what she says and still very respectful and being the kind widow, like, she's trying her best. And, like, that's not a lot of things that other people would be able to do. Like, she lost her person. And it's just disappointing to see, like, people's reaction to her actually speaking out about her story, that it still holds Stephen in such a high regard, even though he's the person that left. Right? And I don't mean this to, like, to be, like, I don't know, but we have one parent. They have one parent. And I know that I have a biological dad, but once again, my relationship with Stephen is irreplaceable. And that's just how I see it. And I don't know, because I've tried my best to delete comments and not respond, but it led me to be on a live. So, guys. But I think that's it. I don't know how much more there is for me to say, because I'm not going to sit here and go in circles about people that should honestly just be irrelevant in our lives. But I think the disrespect is getting to a point, and, you know, whoever wants to clip this and send it to them, you got it. you go, girl. I don't care. Everything that I've said here, obviously I'm saying it to the public, and that's it. Like, that's my thoughts on them. Like, his family, that's my thoughts on everything that's happening. That's my thoughts on the NDAs. And it's just what it is, because this is my reality, and y'all are seeing it on a screen. And that's unfortunate that you feel like you can put your input in. But to each their own. But I think that's it. How do I sit here and I don't really know how to turn this off? Let me see. Because, Simone, do you want to help me? How do I end this? I don't know. I'm just a girl.
All right, y'all. So that was Wesley. All right. Now we're going to come back in a separate live stream and we're going to talk all about it, baby. We're going to talk all about, oh, yes, we are, baby. So if you sensitive, if you weak, if you frail, if you got high blood, baby, if you bald, if you already got alopecia, if you already ain't got no edges, baby, you might want to miss out on our live stream, girl, because I'm going to run your blood pressure straight through the goddamn roof. Oh, yes, it is. All right. Now, the so-called brother / best friend who's really your friend, who considers himself a brother, Manny Cross, also took to social media, and he also spoke out 12 hours ago. He claims that there are receipts that are coming, well, today now. The caption of his live stream is posting receipts tomorrow. By the way, leave the daughter alone. So all of you raggedy ass adults in the comment section who take it upon yourself to have something petty to say about a teenage girl, this grown ass black man who is a beloved one of Steven is telling y'all asses to move around and find something the fuck else to do. All right. He says, by the way, leave the daughter alone. That's a 16-year-old teenager that's just trying to defend her mother, according to her limited understanding. She doesn't know what she doesn't know. She said things that seem to be very dismissive towards his departure. But again, she's a 16-year-old girl. She's off limits. Tomorrow, I'm posting some receipts of our last conversation, which was audio and video. I told Allison to stop. Didn't listen. This woman isn't innocent at all. Sorry, I'm not sorry. She came after the wrong person. So let's go ahead and hear what he got to say.
Girl, y'all, that's a 16-year-old little girl. Don't talk bad about her. She just trying to defend her mama the best way she can because she just don't know what she don't know. Leah, leave her alone. She is off limits. Let her say what she want to say. That's a 15, 16-year-old little girl. Let her say what she want to say. She don't understand. But tomorrow, yeah, I'm posting some receipts. So when it comes to that little girl, y'all, that's a 16-year-old little girl. Don't talk bad about her. She just trying to defend her mama the best way she can because she just don't know what she don't know. Leah, leave her alone. She is off limits. Let her say what she want to say. That's a 15, 16-year-old little girl. Let her say what she want to say.
All right, girl. He might want to wake up and smell the Folgers in his cup, girl. He sounds like he had a very long night. All right, so I'm going to come back in about 30 minutes. We're going to be out live and in color. I will be dropping the link so y'all can come up and sound off. We're going to get into it. This has been very revelatory. We also got to spill some more tea on Allison, who allegedly started dating Twitch's friend a year and a half after his death, and her new boo allegedly is also a married man who might be going through a divorce, not going through a divorce, who might be separated, not damn separated, girl. The whole situation is goddamn messy, baby, from Twitch popping himself to Allison and her alcoholism, to the family damn secrets, to all of this buffoonery that the family is with on social media, baby. It is a train wreck all up and through, girl. Okay, baby. Baby, this is a tragic, hot mess. So I'm going to set that live stream up. Please subscribe. Keep your notification bell set to all. I will see you guys in about 30 damn minutes. All right, peace.